It's been a little bit. I shaved. All right, good to see everyone. I'm back in with another video. This is going to be a series, going to be talking about investment and specifically investment in Macon, Georgia. My hometown, born and raised Maconite here. So let's just hop right into it. I'm going to give you the 3 reasons why you should consider investing in Macon, or if you haven't invested yet, why you should start in Macon. So number one, Macon is a low price point city in comparison to Metro Atlanta. So you get the convenience of being on the I-75 corridor, where you just hit the interstate and you'll be up in Atlanta in probably about an hour, hour and a half. On a day without traffic, let me clarify, on a day without heavy traffic, and that's at certain times. All right. But how many cities in this state, in the country, can you find a significant amount of livable homes under $100,000? I mean, it's almost unheard of in this economy when you're talking about affordability problems nationally, on a national basis. So number one, the price point of Macon makes it accessible to just about anybody looking to get into real estate investing. All right. Now, of course, it takes a little bit of understanding, and we'll talk about that in this series of what you should be looking for in value. Just because something's cheap doesn't mean that it's a good investment, but that'll be a later video in this series. So number one, price point. Number two, going along with price point is going to be Section 8 housing vouchers. Okay, Macon is a very prolific Section 8 rental city. Okay, and now some people don't know it's that Section 8 is a provision of the Federal Housing Administration that is government housing vouchers. And Macon is a market full of people who are walking around with housing vouchers looking for housing. And honestly, in Macon, the Macon Housing Authority is always asking for more inventory. They're always trying to entice more owners to be on the Macon Housing Authority, owners list, and having more inventory to rent towards Section 8. Section 8 has its own challenges, but how often can you say that you got a $60,000 to $70,000 property, put $10,000 to $20,000 in it to make it livable and up to federal housing regulations, and then you can turn around and rent the house for $1,200 to $1,400? I mean, that's not every home. There's a varying degree of what Section 8 pays. That's based on bedroom counts, but I mean, that's a pretty good deal. If you're someone looking to just cash flow, Macon is a great cash flowing investment city. So number one, we had price point, and going along with that price point is number two, government housing vouchers through the Macon Housing Authority. There is a ton of demand with Section 8 housing vouchers. There's a lot of people who are just looking for housing, and I think if you're an investor, Macon is a great place to supply that need. All right, number 3 for Macon, I'm going to say opportunity. Okay, so prices everywhere. It's not just in the big city. Prices everywhere have been inflated because of inflation. Right, the buying power of our dollar has been reduced. Okay, but along with that, when houses are more expensive, it's also more expensive to fix up a home. Okay, so one thing that's very prevalent in Macon is an older city. We actually, I'm a history nerd, so we actually were not destroyed by William Sherman and his March to the Sea, because if you follow it, he actually took a diversion and went through Griswoldville and headed east towards Savannah. Okay, so Macon has, now not every house is a Civil War era house, but we are an older city. And along with it, there are a lot of older homes in Macon, okay? And so what comes with older homes is, as homes get older, there's a lot of maintenance. So in this market where you have a lot of people who are only able to afford to buy with that low 3.5% FHA down payment, or that 3% conventional down payment, check out my last video about financing, it makes it to where a house that's not well kept is not going to be able to sell, okay? That leads to opportunity, okay? If you have the ability to qualify for conventional financing or buy something cash and put a little bit of money into it for it to qualify for FHA or VA financing, then you have a great opportunity for housing flips in the Macon area. All right. Now, it's not always that easy to find a good deal. It's still competitive, but there is still opportunity. All right. And even if that becomes, you buy and you have to hold to make the numbers work, you always need to make the numbers work. That's the number one focus. But opportunity is very prevalent in a city where there is a lot of older housing, especially when it's more expensive to maintain that housing. All right. So the three reasons why you should consider investing in Macon is the price point. There are not many cities in this country where you're going to find a home that's livable for under $100,000. Number two is the access to government housing vouchers through Section 8, which will make it easier to have a cash flowing property. And number three is opportunity. Okay, opportunity because of high prices, meaning there is a high demand for FHA housing. And if you have the ability to swing the costs to make a home that couldn't go FHA and help it to go FHA, there is a ton of opportunity here in Macon, Georgia. This is going to be a multiple part series. I was a property manager for 2.5 years. I am not doing property management at the moment. However, I was immersed in it. I deal with investment properties all the time. I worked closely with Section 8 during my time. I managed probably about 12 to 15 Section 8 rentals when I first started. So I am not an expert, and I do not own my own real estate. I'm a young man. I'm getting married. I've been investing my money in my Roth IRA. I haven't been taking swings with real estate. However, I crunch these numbers. I helped with REOs and foreclosures in my first 3 years of real estate. So I have a understanding of this business. So you will always just take my advice, take in what you think is valuable and let out anything you don't think is valuable. But I feel like I have good insight since I've been in this market for 4 years with a heavy immersion in investment properties and investment real estate. So stay tuned. If you have any questions or you have a topic that you'd really like me to talk about, please comment down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.